Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, the 6th of July, 2 days after the 4th of July, which is American Independence Day, I believe. Anyway, just thought I'd bring you up to speed what's been going on, and looks like we can have another few days of warm weather, which in some ways is great, and in some ways is not so great. So what's the plan for today? So just to bring you up to speed so far, I've laid some blocks at the moment. I went as far as I could with one bag of ready mixed sand and cement, so that's as much as one bag did for me. So obviously I just got to finish this off at some point. Decided to put these wall connectors in to obviously what happens is you got a clip that for those who don't know, a clip that sort of goes in 90 degrees, and then you twist it through twist it through 90 degrees. It slides down and goes into the mortar, and then in between the bricks, in between the courses of bricks, and locks the wall to this wall to that wall. So not too bad. It's not perfect, but I think it'll suffice for what I need, which is the wall to go up to around about here somewhere. So I'm not sure I'll do anything today to finish this off. What I will do is I'll clean up some more bricks in readiness, because what I discovered when I was doing this, I thought I'd cleaned them up enough, but obviously hadn't, so I was having to trim them as I was going, and unfortunately the cement was going off in this hot weather, so it was a bit of a rush job. Anyway, so as they say, preparation. So I think today I'll trim up some more blocks, enough to finish this job here. Right, I won't film myself cutting these blocks, it's going to be so dusty, and dust will get everywhere on the camera, etc. So I'm going to get my grinder out and start getting these blocks ready for the next stage. Right, enough burbling. Bye for now. Well, everybody, so I've trimmed up all the blocks I need now to finish off this wall, and I've cut some smaller pieces just to bring it up to the level of this wall here, and then I'm going to buy some coping stones to go on the top, similar to these here. So I think two should be enough. I think two should be enough. I'll remeasure anyway. Okay, so I'll be laying these tomorrow, but obviously it'll be instantaneous for you, because obviously I'll connect it to this one. Right, so I'll see you tomorrow, and don't get too hot in this hot weather that's coming down the lane, but apparently. Bye for now. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, Living La Dolce Vita, as always. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, it's all free. I couldn't possibly charge for this. For this content. Anyway, it's the next day, the Tuesday, the 7th of July. Yeah, everything's covered in dust. Alright though, once the rains come, it'll all wash everything away. So wouldn't say a disaster exactly, but a bit of a setback in the sense that I was all set up to film myself mixing a bit of compo and putting some blocks up, etc, etc, and the camera wouldn't play ball. So it was 77%, so I thought I'll just top it up now. And then the next day switched it on, it said low battery, so obviously there's something wrong with this camera that you can go from 77% to virtually nothing. So I had to get on with the job. I wanted to get this job done, over and done with, so I didn't film it in the end. So there it is. Not quite finished. I'm gonna buy a couple of these coping stones to go on top, just to finish that off, because it looks a bit higgledy-piggledy on the top. What do you mean it looks all of it looks like higgledy-piggledy? No, yeah, so I had to cut a couple of blocks down just to finish a little bit. And I know it's not brick bond as they call it, but the main strength is in the rest of it. I'm not too worried about that now. And I didn't want to be cutting any more blocks for little fiddly bits. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to put the coping stone on here now. That will disguise a lot of this. And that's it, it's all done. So my drainage hole in the corner seems to be working, which is good. Considering all those blocks were reclaimed from rubbish like this. Bit of a job, but if I bought brand new, it's even, brand new blocks, it's even more blocks to get rid of. So some of these hopefully I'll be able to use over the allotment. Yeah. So I'm not in a rush for that. I can. What I'm thinking of doing is building a small wall where the onions are. I'll show you at the time anyway. Just to bring up the edge so I can level it off a bit. Right, so that's it. I'm gonna have a cup of tea or coffee or whatever now. Next thing, eventually what I'm gonna do then is put a screw piece of wood to this when all the cement's gone off, yeah, so I'll fix the back gate to this, put a bit of 3x2 or something in there. And then I shall trying to decide now whether to attach the gate to that side, gate to this side with hinges and wood, and just have the catch on this side, or the other way around. If you want to make a comment and suggest which is which, I suppose really, I'm right-handed, I'll come out that way, although it doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'll decide that at the time. Now the next thing I'm trying to work out or decide, now I could get a 6x4 greenhouse in this space here, and also I'm wondering if I could put a shed in this corner here. And the reason for the shed is to clear out the garage a bit, so I can sort that out. Yeah. Anyway, I'm digressing. Okay, everybody. So call it a day, and shall see you in the next one. What that will be, we'll be still working on this wall or whatever. Hopefully I can film myself putting the coping stones on. The only trouble is I got one bag of sand and cement left, which is way too much for all of that, and I don't want to waste it, so perhaps I could prep the ground over the allotment so that when I've done that I can take it over the allotment and carry on finishing over there. Yes, anyway, we'll decide that. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.